we are going to be talking about very simple, 3 minutes each, things you can do to protect your boundaries. Because we all know what we are supposed to do, but we don't do it. We have to say no to the things we don't want to do so we can have more time. We have to set boundaries, ask for help, stop people when they're bringing toxicity in our lives. But why don't we do it? Well, I hope that the first part of the lecture convinces you of how important it is to do it, so you know that you are doing it for a bigger cause, for your own health, for your own wellness. And that means also the benefit of your loved ones. But I'm going to give you a few tweaks, very easy, to start to do it in a loving way and in a way when you're not swinging. Because most of the time, we try to be good, I won't complain, I will be nice, and then we accumulate resentments. And we blow out one day, and we ruin our record in one day. So the first tool is a tool that is going to help you make it a lot easier to say no. And I had a client who had a wonderful experience with that. She's a plastic surgeon, and she all the time was getting stuck with work she didn't want to do. The colleagues would tell her, will you cover for me tomorrow? I'm going out of town. Would you see my patients? Can you be on call this weekend for me? And she had been the only woman in the practice with a bunch of men. She felt obligated to say, I don't want them to think I'm lazy. And she was so frustrated with that. And she couldn't believe how easy this tool was. It's the shortest of all, and I'm going to make you practice it right now. Just repeat after me. Ready? I'll get back to you. 1, 2, 3. I'll get back to you. That's it.
Are you going to send us this presentation?
We'll see. So give me your email addresses. So most of the time, people ambush us. They take us off guard. And even if intellectually we knew we didn't want to do that, our knee-jerk reflex is going to be to say, okay, I want to be nice. So if you just get used to tell people, let me check my calendar, I'll get back to you. That's it. That makes a huge difference. A little example. Let's say that tomorrow is your day off. You are looking forward to it so much, and your neighbor comes and says, I am running a 7-hour fundraiser to help depressed manatees. And I want you to come help me for a couple of hours. And the first thing you say is, what?
I'll get back to you.
Let me check my calendar. I'll get back to you. It doesn't mean that you're going to ghost her and hide. You just take your time. You do a self-check. You sleep on it if needed. And you say, do I want to help depressed manatees? Maybe yes. Okay. And then you say yes, but at a conscious level, not because anybody bullied you, because you decided. Or if the answer is no, then you come back. And the second tool is going to help you when you are going to say no, and it's also going to help you when you have to set boundaries, ask people to stop doing something, asking them for help. And this is one of the most successful tools I've ever had. I think this tool, I estimated this tool has saved hundreds of thousands of dollars on legal fees from my clients when they're negotiating their contracts with their medical practices to quit a job. And I have one client who says that tool saved her marriage single-handedly. And it's called the sandwich. And I promise this is a gluten-free sandwich here. You sandwich your negative feedback, your no, or your request, or the hard conversation between 2 slices of positivity. And there's many versions of this, but the trick here, the one I encourage my clients, is that it's sincere. We do a lot of nonverbal communication. And if you start by anchoring yourself in sincere gratitude or a compliment, the person opens their ears and their channels of communication and becomes more receptive. Then you end with positivity too, to soften the blow. And in the middle is your chance to express yourself, to say no, to set your boundary. But I always recommend you do it in a focused way. Focusing meaning, focus on what you want more than what you don't want. You may want to vent and say, you never help me clean. Instead of that, you translate it to what you want. I want you to help me clean. Little example, let's go back to your neighbor who wants you to go to that manatee fundraiser. You start with sincere gratitude or a compliment. Thank you for thinking of me. Or, I admire your enthusiasm for this cause. Something that is true. And then you squeeze in the middle. But no, thank you, I'm going to need to pass. This should be enough, but if you feel obligated to do more and elaborate, remember to focus on what you want, not what you don't want. You don't say, because I think manatees are boring and I don't want that. You say, because I need to spend more time with my family, because I want to rest this weekend. And you end with a little more of gratitude or positive feedback. Thank you. It means a lot to me that you thought of me. The most typical example of this is a husband making a mess in the house. Sweetie, I really appreciate that day when you load the dishwasher. I see you when you do that. Thank you for doing that. Now, I need more help cleaning in the house. So I'm going to ask you to please pick up your towel from the floor. Thank you for listening to me. It means a lot to me that I can communicate with you. That little recipe is magical. I dare you, in the questions and answers, I dare you to bring me any difficult conversation that we don't apply this recipe, that it doesn't become easier. And the last tool is really simple, and it is to continue using these tools to nip it in the bud. That means earlier than later. Don't wait until resentments accumulate. Because then, if you try to wait, you're not reacting to today's fact. You are reacting to 10 years of accumulated anger. While when you nip it in the bud, if needed, you repeat tools 1 and 2, you take your time, you decide what you want, you use the sandwich, you are keeping a clean slate. So every clash is about today, not about what happened 10 years ago. Everything older than today or a few days ago is ancient history and doesn't need to be mentioned again. So these are the 3 tools. What do you say when someone asks you to do something? I'll get back to you. Then you decide if you want to do it or not. The sandwich, how do you deal with any negative feedback? Positive, negative, positive. And nip it in the bud is keep your clean slate. Don't wait. At the first sign of discomfort, use these tools and set your boundaries. And if you needed a bonus tool, remember that you are doing this for their own benefit. If you need more material to tell them in the middle of your sandwich, remember, sweetie, I only ask you to clean up because I don't want to accumulate resentments. I want to be a loving wife for you. Sweetie, I only ask you to take care of the kids so I can go in my night out with my girlfriends, because when I relax, I am a better, happier wife for you. My sweetie, I want you to clean your room, my son, because that will make you be a better version of yourself. You will be a better person. It's not only for you, you are also doing it for them. Tell them, I only annoy you because I love you. So thank you for listening today.